Hello and welcome sports fans to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts. Thank you to our local sponsors who make these live athletic streams possible. Please support their businesses when you can. I'm Jim McCoy along with Mark McLemore. On the camera, Colton Treadway, coming to you live from the pavilion at Cascade Christian High School in Medford, Oregon, and we thank you for joining us today. Welcome to this Lithia Superstore Game of the Week as we get set for this matchup between the Lost River Raiders and the Cascade Christian Challengers. Different sport, but this is a matchup of champions.
Yes, it is.
The Lost River Raiders ended up upsetting Hefner for the state title a couple of weeks ago for the 2A championship. Cascade Christian ended up securing a hard-fought victory, their third championship in the last 4 years. Well, actually, for Lost River, it's their third championship in the last 4 years, I believe. This
4 or
time
5 anyway.
Yeah. So you're talking about a couple of teams with winning traditions, and
of course we're talking about football.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting about
championships,
football, I don't think we see too many of our football guys out there tonight, but for Lost River, almost everybody from their football team is on this basketball team.
Yeah, and you know, Cascade, it's the same. It's just that the guys are still not completely healthy. You can, if you look over there, you can see several of them on the bench over there. You know, not Mikey Covey has a thumb that's banged up. I know that at least I think I saw Derek over there at some point, Derek Farmer, who is still not 100% healthy. And, you know, Jacob Beamish over there, as well as Channing Driscoll,
yeah,
also over there. So four of the kids from football still not quite ready for basketball yet, but I know they're coming soon, and that's one of the reasons we've struggled to get some games in so far. And the JV just played their first game right before the girls' game tonight, and the JV2, we had a game last Friday. That was our first game. So we always kind of schedule late anyway, because typically the football team does get into the late stages of the playoffs, and this year was no exception to that. And Lost River in the same boat, you know, going clear to the championship game. Both teams playing last Saturday in football.
Well, and you know what's interesting about this squad, again, this Lost River squad has a number of players on it that are football players, familiar faces to folks, you know, back in Malin and Merrill. But what's kind of interesting with this Challenger squad is they didn't graduate a whole lot of players, but still, it's pretty much kind of a new-look team.
Well, it really is. I mean, you go back to last year and just some of the guys that did graduate, you know, Cade, and, you know, Gold Aid and
Jaron Frankovia,
yep. Two starters for sure there, that two of the prime starters for the Challengers last year. And so it's a rebuild. I wouldn't say rebuilding, it's a retooling.
Yes.
A little bit different team this year I think you're going to see from the Challengers, and a little deeper team, I think, really all the way along. I mean, you've got a starting five once Derek Farmer gets back that's very solid, and then you've probably got 3 or 4 other guys that are going to be coming off the bench and making huge contributions to the Challengers team this year. And it's been last year kind of a tight rotation for Coach Morris, if you know, when you really think about it. I think this year a little more, 8 deep at least, maybe even a little more we'll see as the year goes along. But, and mostly, we mentioned it already, but mostly sophomores on that.
Right.
We've got 2 seniors, including Farmer, who's not playing tonight, and, 1 junior in Hudson Gottsman, and all the rest of this lineup is sophomores.
Well, it's interesting, I was just even talking with, I see a couple of young guys that probably I would imagine will be kind of quarterbacking the team tonight, with Noah Darland, who, if I remember, didn't he miss most, if not all, of last season?
Well, it was just the last third of the season, actually. Okay. He played about 2/3 of last season, and then hurt his knee in a game here, actually, on this court, and ended up having to have knee surgery. Luckily not a terrible injury, but right. Did have to have surgery, and he's been back, started playing in the summer and back with the Challenger group, and doing a good job for them at a point guard type spot. And then, there's the one person I didn't mention, the rest sophomores, that's true, except for Hutton Walker, who's also going to probably play some time at the point guard spot as a freshman. So again, the Challengers team very, very young, and it's going to be interesting. And really, as you mentioned, the group as a group hasn't really played together all that much because last year the rotation was short and those seniors were taking up a lot of the time. And this year, those seniors are gone and the rotation much, much shorter for the Challengers.
Well, new faces, I think about Jake Holden, a player I don't know anything about.
Well, Jake came from Baker, Oregon.
Okay.
His parents moved to the area. And you're going to see that Jake has a lot of skills, a lot of talent, and in my opinion may end up being the best player on this team. We'll see how that goes. But and then you've got Wyatt Scott and Merrick Satowski. Both came from North Medford. They were at North Medford last year, came over to Cascade to take advantage of the school and obviously play some basketball while they're here as well, and two pretty good basketball players as well. So the Challengers did pick up a couple of guys.
Gavin Hayes from
Phoenix. And then Mikey Covey didn't play basketball last year as a freshman, and he's going to be out this year, still hurt from football, but should be out to help the Challengers shortly here. So I think, all in all, a lot more depth I think you're going to see from the Challenger team, and I think a team that is going to take a while to get up to speed. If you remember last year's team, most of the guys on that team went to a state title the year before. Now, a lot of them didn't play in that state title games. Some of them did, some of them didn't. But they had that experience factor, and they had that playing with each other factor that this team doesn't have. So it's going to be one of those years where we're going to have to see the talent sort of mesh together, the team sort of become what it has the potential to be, and I don't think it's going to be right away. I think it's going to take a little bit of time this year as the Challengers build the program toward the state tournament as they usually do. Out of the last 10 years, I think they've missed the state tournament twice out of the last 10 years.
Yeah, they got quite a run going, and they'll look to keep that going. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll be right back.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get the starting lineups in here real quick.
Junior, number 1, Colby Medeiros. A senior, number 3, Drew McDonald. A senior, number 5, Carter Guthrie. A senior, number 10, Kellen Dudley. And a senior, number 14, Charles Overcash. The Raiders are under the direction of head coach Brad Johnson. And now, for your Cascade Christian Challengers. A 6'1" junior guard, number 2, Hudson Thompson. A 6'2" senior guard, number 3, Brady Glecker. A 6'7" sophomore forward, number 10, Andy Alvarez. A 5'10" sophomore guard, number 15, Noah Darland. And a 6'3" sophomore wing, number 23, Jake Holden. The Challengers are under the direction of head coach Brian Morris, assisted by
Well, there we go. Our introduction to the 2025-26 Challengers. And again, we're expecting that as the year goes along, I know, well, it always seems like Coach always does a lot of liberal substituting within the course of a ball game, keep everybody fresh. And again, this will give everybody an opportunity just to kind of get in there and get their feet wet.
Yeah, absolutely, because this, Derek Farmerless team, Derek, once he gets back, he was going to take one of these starting spots for sure for Cascade Christian, being one of the two seniors on the court.
Of course, we talked about football, and again, a lot of those playmakers from the state championship winning football team, including Kellen Dunley with the ball. He'll pass it on the right side to Guthrie. Guthrie back to Dunley, guard-to-guard exchange. Dunley starts a dive for the ball, and last touched by the Raiders. It'll be Challenger basketball. 22 seconds into the contest. Darland will inbound for Gottsman. Gottsman, Darland, down in the corner, dump it underneath for Alvarez, 2.
Nice little play that the Challengers like to run to start the game and get it inside to Alvarez.
Quickly up the floor go the Raiders. Dunley with the attempt. Misses on the shot. And again, we're talking, Dunley, Medeiros. No, we've got a lot of players from that football team.
All seniors, too, by the way. They start 5 seniors to the Raiders.
Well, I think on that football team, I think I counted 9 seniors on their football squad. Of course, at the 2A level, they play 9-man football. Klecker from downtown is shot off the back iron. There with the rebound is Guthrie. He'll pick up his dribble. Feeds. Shot by Medeiros. Misses the attempt. But there on the weak side is McDonald. Feed it. There, an open man underneath. Good teamwork there. Overcash on the make.
Yeah, nice job of passing the ball, finding the open guy underneath.
Alvarez on the drive. He's not going to mess around, but misses on the attempt. Overcash to grab the rebound. Overcash about 6'2". Turnover, Lost River. Klecker on the break. Gottsman lines up a 3. This one in and out. Offensive rebound. Holden, he'll kick it out. And Gottsman will try it again. He can't get this one to go. Quickly out of backcourt, you can tell Lost River looking to run and gun, it looks like, tonight. The runner off target. Gottsman with the rebound, quickly up the floor.
And a turnover for the Challengers.
Checking into the Raider lineup will be Parker Staunton, another football player for the Raiders. And Staunton, a sophomore.
Neither team shooting the ball very well here early. Lost River 1 for 4. The Challengers 1 for 5.
Dunley with it. Keeps his dribble, working against Darland. And that'll go against Darland. That'll be his first team foul.
Well, and that's a new emphasis rule. We'll see how long it lasts, where they're supposedly not going to let you put your hands on guys.
Cross-court pass, drive to the hoop, try to feed it inside, broken up by the Challengers. Klecker on the break. Klecker going to go coast to coast, and he lays it up and in. Challengers taking the 4-2 lead. Medeiros picked up in backcourt by Klecker. He'll give off for Guthrie. They're way out high. They'll try to feed it down, drive to the hoop. And we'll have a foul called against Cascade Christian.
I think that one's going to go on Alvarez.
Alvarez, his first personal foul of the ball game. That will be the second team foul for the Challengers. Darland and Alvarez come out. Checking into the game, Gavin Hayes wearing number 11. And also in is Hutton Walker. Lost River. Trouble underneath, broken up, and it falls into the arms of Derek Farmer there on the Challenger bench.
Another turnover. That's 3 already for Lost River here in the early going.
4-2 Challengers. Gottsman directing traffic. Moves to his left. Bounce pass to Walker. Klecker. Gottsman gets a screen, and he'll pull up and shoot. That one rims out. Offensive rebound by Holden. He can't get it to go, but we have a foul on the play.
Boy, that one rolled all the way around the rim for Gottsman and wouldn't go in.
Klecker going over to the Challenger bench. Quick discussion with Coach Morris. Now in his 37th year?
I believe that's right.
First free throw attempt by Jake Holden, one of our newcomers, 6'3" sophomore. So he's got good, well, he just has an athlete's build.
He does. And he knows he's very athletic and knows how to use what he's got too.
Lost River basketball. Kokel with the ball, number 40, who's checked into the ball game. Dunley broken up by Walker. Walker with the basketball, has to run it down. Gottsman, Klecker, he eyes the 3, but instead's going to drive, go hard to the hole. He kisses it off the window, 4-2.
Klecker with 4 early ones, and I love it when he attacks the rim. He's a great attacker of the rim.
Medeiros with the basketball.
And Hut Walker's going to pick up a hand check foul. I told you that they're saying that the emphasis this year is on putting your hands on guys. And you saw Hut, that's something the Challengers have done for a while and hasn't been called.
Right.
So it's going to be an adjustment for them this year.
Dunley with the inbound. Gets it in for McDonald. And then a fire from the corner, and it is blocked by the Challengers. They go on the break, but there's Dunley. Holden feeds it for Walker, and he'll go underneath. There with the ball is Hayes. Hayes rejected on the attempt. There is Colby Medeiros. Medeiros about 6 feet tall, over to Dunley. He'll try to dump it inside, and the shot misses by Staunton. Challengers with the rebound. Alvarez quickly up the floor. Holden back to Alvarez. He'll shoot it from downtown and misses the attempt. Good look, just couldn't get it to stick. Medeiros with the basketball, challenged by Walker. Dunley. Hayes on the defense. He has a little bit of trouble with it, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Challenger basketball. So the same problem that the Raider girls ran into against the Challengers is an issue that the Raiders boys program is having.
And they're calling a timeout here.
Timeout
32nd, I believe.
And we will do the same. We'll be back in 30 seconds on TableRockSports.net.
Alvarez Restoration and Construction, D.A. Davidson.
Sports are in trouble, and officials are in extreme demand.
So we're looking for people like you.
Former athletes,
parents, and community members.
What it takes is attention to detail,
A positive attitude and respect for the game.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
because the hard truth is,
No ref, no game. Play ball.
Fans, our sponsors make it possible to bring you our winter sports coverage. Thank you to General Manager Justin Lombardi and our title sponsor again in 2026, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62. Your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. Hutton Walker out of backcourt to Klecker. Klecker gets the screen from Alvarez, picks up his dribble. Darland at the top of the key. Go down low for Hayes. Hayes in the low block, makes the move, goes to the hoop. Can't convert, but he's fouled and he'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, I like that aggressive move to the rim that time by Hayes. Just a little spin inside and gets fouled and heads for the free throw line.
McDonald whistled for the foul. Well, actually, Staunton. That'll be his first personal. Both teams with 3 team fouls. Hayes, free throw attempt. That one in and out. It remains an 8-2 ball game. Connor Guthrie checking back into the Raider lineup. Hayes will have a look at a second attempt. Second shot on the way. This one rims around and out. Alvarez trying to chase it down, but getting there first is Guthrie. Quickly out of backcourt. Medeiros. And once again, you can tell, well, this team is going through its transition too.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Darland on the inbound for Walker. So Walker essentially taking over the one. Walker going to drive, dumps it off. Alvarez, and he banked that home. Andy Alvarez.
Great pass by Hut Walker that time. Right to Alvarez as Alvarez's guy came over to help.
Staunton will kick it out. And
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
you can tell Coach Morris doesn't like that call.
And they're going to call that against Brady Klecker. For Brady, that'll be his first personal of the ball game. Inbound. Staunton, and it is broken up by Hayes. Hayes with the basketball, quickly out of backcourt, feeds it to Darland. Darland has a crowd around him. He'll kick it out. Hutton Walker there. Cross-court pass, Darland. Darland starts a drive, but yeah, he took a couple of steps before taking off and gets whistled for it. So, yeah, predictably, Challengers a little bit of turnover trouble of their own. Gottsman checking back into the ball game. So is Jake Holden. Hayes will come out.
Back to the Challenger starting lineup with the exception of Walker for Darland.
Dunley inbounding for Guthrie. And again, a steal by the Challengers. Hutton Walker for Holden. Holden was working on the throwdown, but we have a whistle and a foul on the play. I tell you what, we've always talked about Bryson Walker's speed, but Hutton, I tell you what, it's bringing back memories of Cody Reese.
Yeah, that's what everybody has been saying around the program too, including Cody Reese to some extent.
And I'm sure he takes it as a compliment.
He does.
Kokel whistled for the foul. And there's Holden on the successful
1 of 2 for Holden at the line.
11-2, your score with 1:57 left to go in the first. Challengers break it up. Alvarez quickly up the floor. Now over Walker, kicks it out. Holden from the baseline is shot in and out. Alvarez, offensive rebound, can't get it to go. Probably at some extent you kind of think, these guys go a little harder than we do in practice.
Oh, yeah. Well, and Hut Walker got hit in the nose, and so I think he might be bleeding a bit. So we see Kurt Schmatt over there giving him something to put in his nose as it's probably bleeding, and I think that's why they stopped the game.
So that Lost River lineup for you, they've got Keegan Dunley in there, along with Guthrie. Also in the lineup is Charles Overcash, Kellen Dunley, Kellen with the basketball. Of course, their dad, Dennis Dunley, the football coach.
Saw him here earlier.
Staunton feeds it over in the corner. Time running out on the shot clock. And Dunley's shot won't count. A clock violation against the Raiders. So
nice job by the Challengers of making that happen. 7th turnover here in the first half for the Raiders.
Gottsman out of backcourt. Passes Holden for Darland. Swing it around the horn right side to Gottsman. Gottsman screen from Alvarez. Tries to dump it inside.
That was a terrible pass.
Challengers break it up, but Raiders there on the go. And there, Andy Alvarez with the block.
And they're
but he'll whistle for the foul.
Second foul.
To the line, shooting 2, Parker.
So that'll send Parker Staunton to the free throw line. Staunton, one of 4 sophomores on this team, so it's possible these players out here on the floor are going to see a decent amount of each other over the next few years.
Alvarez going to come out with those 2 fouls, and Gavin Hayes into the game for the Challengers.
Second attempt, that one goes. Challenger lead down to 7. 42 seconds left to go in the first. Gottsman wheels and deals out of the backcourt, picks up his drive. Now to Darlin. Darlin shot off to the right, no good. Out of bounds it goes. And it'll be Raider basketball.
Didn't really shoot that with some conviction, you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. It's one of those, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right.
Yeah, he just hesitated instead of just shooting it.
23 seconds left to go in the first. Brady Klecker. Okay, that was my first slip up with Kellen and Brady.
Okay.
Okay,
we'll
Kellen,
give you that
got
one.
Your shot out. You got your shot out tonight. Brady with it. Feeds it. Gottsman. His shot off to the right. There is Darlin. He can't get it to go. And out of bounds, it'll be Raider basketball with 1.3 left to go.
Yeah, and the Challengers cannot make a basket here. Well, neither team shooting much of anything.
There, Gottsman with the hustle play. 13-4 your score after 1. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
For Susan? During the holiday rush, those might be the best words you can hear all week. At Abby's, you get a night off from cooking, a place to gather with family, and easy holiday catering that everybody loves. For legendary pizza and hospitality, visit abbys.com.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Get a free Karastep carpet cushion and capture the lowest prices of the season with every purchase. And ask about special zero-interest financing during National Karastan Month, exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Aloha and Melikaliki Maka from Abby's. End your year with a tropical twist. Our big Hawaiian pizza at a legendary holiday price. Plus, earn $5, $10, $20 or more in free pizza with our holiday gift card offer. Abby's, a legendary holiday pizza tradition.
We'll go to the second quarter of play. Challengers leading this one 13-4. See some of the hallmarks that you kind of expect in the first game of the season.
Yeah.
A little wild and crazy, but on the other hand, you can definitely see some big-time potential in this team.
Well, you can, and you can also see both teams struggling shooting the basketball, which isn't surprising, again, for the first game of the season.
Down on the low post, Alvarez with it, going to start to go to work, kicks it out. Gottsman with it. Gottsman traveled before he took off.
So in that first quarter, Challengers 5 for 18 from the field. That's 28%. And Lost River 1 for 8, and a lot of turnovers, just 12%. So neither team shooting the lights out here. And they would start the game.
Kind of a rough one. Medeiros with it, and trouble underneath, defended by Walker. Coming up with the ball is Alvarez. He outlets for Walker. Walker quickly up the floor. Holden lays it up with the left hand. 2. Challengers now lead by 11. Dunley passes right side for Guthrie. Guthrie behind the arc. Making a move to the hoop is Staunton. Has it tipped away. Challengers disrupting the flow defensively there. Challengers are out there with Holden, Hutton Walker, Brady Klecker, Hudson Gottsman, and Andy Alvarez. Pass out high. Kellen Dunley, guarded by Holden. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. Guthrie between the circles. And now looks like they're going to have to go ahead and fire a desperation shot. It rims off. Overcash, good hustle underneath, but foul in the backcourt against the Raiders.
Nice defense that time by the Challengers, and you mentioned it, the Raiders taking a desperation shot just to get something up before the shot clock expired, and Alvarez doing a good job of corralling the rebound.
Walker on the inbound to Gottsman. Junior brings it out of backcourt. Klecker gonna fire, Klecker gonna make.
That looked repeatable. Nice job by Klecker. They ran a little play to start the second quarter and to get Brady a three, and he got one and he knocked it down.
Meanwhile, trouble for Guthrie along the baseline. Battle for the ball. Last touch by the Raiders. It'll go out of bounds. Challenger basketball. Cockle will check into the lineup for Lost River. And looks like we've got Drew McDonald in the game. Gottsman. He'll walk it out of backcourt. He'll work it for Klecker. Now for Walker, bounce pass, a little bit low for Alvarez, has some trouble with it, and the Raiders come up with a steal. Quickly out of backcourt they go. Picking up his dribble is Keegan Dunley.
Oh, good job by Brady Klecker on the defensive end, picks up the turnover.
And meanwhile,
misses
Klecker
the
smoked the layup. Quickly they go the other way, and we got a track meet going on here.
Both teams want to obviously push the ball up the court. And it being the first game for both teams, I'm sure they're not in the best of shape either, basketball-wise.
Right.
And so that's why you see the Challengers and the Raiders bringing guys in and out of the game fairly quickly.
Holden, now they'll dump it inside Alvarez. Alvarez to a cutting Holden, two.
Nice pass that time by Alvarez. Love the gut cut after the throw into the post. Because naturally the guy guarding you is going to turn and look at the post after the ball goes in, and then you just cut down the lane and you're going to be wide open, and that's what Jake Holden was that time.
Keegan Dunley passes it to Overcash at the corner of the free throw line, taken away by the Challengers. Alvarez, Klecker, Holden going to drive, and Holden has his shot rejected by Drew McDonald. Quickly going the other way, steal by Hutton Walker. Walker quickly up the floor, overthrew his intended target. Gavin Hayes checking into the Challenger lineup. Andy Alvarez will take a breather. 4:45 left to go in the first half of play.
And the second quarter has been an up and down affair, to say the least.
It sure has. Kokel with it. Right wing. Picks up his dribble, trying to pass it. Near steal by the Challengers. Medeiros. Now to Keegan Dunley. Keegan working against Hayes. Misses the shot. Offensive rebound.
But he stepped out of bounds.
Raiders with a turnover. Wyatt Scott checking into the ball game, making his first varsity appearance tonight. Now, he played for you in the JV game tonight, right?
Yeah, he had a nice game in the JV game for sure, and good to see him in the varsity game.
Noah Darland also checking in. Holden brings it out of backcourt. He'll drive to his right. Passes Klecker, feeds it inside. Hayes. Hayes kicks it out. Klecker. Darland will shoot. His shot a little bit short. Holden with the offensive rebound. Splash. 22-4. 3:55 left to go in the first half. Kokel out of backcourt. Tries the drive. Off the glass. Holden quickly going the other way. He throws it down. There, I believe, our first successful dunk of the evening.
Yes. And this team has several guys that can dunk, which is somewhat unusual for a challenger team.
Kogel with the ball. Keegan Dunley around the horn it goes. Medeiros eyes the three. His shot a little bit off to the right. Hayes and Staunton battle for the rebound. Alvarez going to check in. Holden will come out. So you've got Wyatt Scott in there along with Andy Alvarez, Noah Darland, Brady Klecker, and Gavin Hayes. Klecker on the drive to Hayes. Over in the corner, Scott. Darland going to drive. He lays it up and in.
A little more flow now to the offense.
Meanwhile, a rejection by Klecker. Challengers on the break. Klecker tries to score. He can't get there, but Hayes is there for the putback. We don't have extreme length, but we've got length on this challenger team.
Yes, it's not extreme, you're right, but there's a lot of guys 6'2" and up.
And meanwhile, we got a foul called against the challengers. Scott and Alvarez help up.
That's going to go on Wyatt Scott, his first.
And both teams with the team foul apiece. 2:33 left to go in the second. Klecker going to come out for a breather. Hudson Gottsman returns. Guthrie with the inbound. Kokel guarded by Scott. The pass at low post. Little turnaround jumper. In and out. Strong side rebound by Alvarez. Gottsman with it. Goes on the drive. His shot in and out. Ball loose on the floor. See some hustle there. And I got to tell you, some of these guys I think have forgotten it's not football season anymore.
Well, both teams, I think, a little bit. That time Wyatt Scott, who didn't even play football, acting like a football player there, just diving on top of the pile.
Oh, he's whistled for his second personal foul. Kokel with it. 2:05 left to go in the frame. They'll feed it. And looking at a shot there, passing it up. Jed McDonald. They'll try to feed inside. Staunton misses on the attempt. Alvarez there with the defense. Quickly up the floor. Gottsman to Alvarez. And they're going to call an offensive foul against Andy Alvarez.
That's his third, too. Coach is going to have to get him out.
Brady Klecker getting set to check back into the ball game. 1:49 left to go in the first half. Challengers lead by 24. Kokel looking around, steal by Klecker. Klecker out of backcourt. He falls to the floor, rolls off, but he's fouled and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, nice job that time by Klecker of picking up the faulty pass. And another turnover for Lost River. And they have got a boatload of them here so far in this one.
Holden getting ready to check back in along with Hutton Walker. Klecker, first free throw attempt is short. He's got 6 in the ball game. Jake Holden checking back into the ball game. And also coming out is Noah Darland as Hutton comes back in. Free throw attempt by Klecker is good on the second. 29-4. Steal by Hutton Walker. Hutton with the ball, speeding out of backcourt. Kind of a little bit wild there on the drive. You can see what he wanted to do there. And now we have Gottsman getting ready to check back in the ball game as Wyatt Scott comes out.
Yeah, and the coaches are complaining because Hutt was trying to throw that pass, and it went off one of the Lost Raiders, and somehow Lost River ended up with the basketball.
Guthrie with it. Picks up his dribble, tries to work it inside. Shot off the glass for Jed McDonald. Gottsman going the other way. Klecker with the open look. Splash. So a timeout called. We will do the same. And we'll be right back here on TableRockSports.net.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Challengers come out. 53 seconds left to go on the half on defense. Guthrie with the inbound. And there out of backcourt is Madero. Steal by Walker and the Challengers.
Now on the Raiders, Cascade ball.
That'll go against Lost River, and Cascade Christian with the basketball with 44.7 seconds. For all the wildness, only 3 team fouls apiece here in the second quarter. Walker inbounds, Holden there, misses the shot, but there's Hayes. His putback won't go. Walker offensive rebound. They'll swing it. Holden backs in. His shot off the glass is good.
Give him a second chance, and he'll get it going through there.
Holden with 13 in the ball game. The transfer from Baker. Suddenly memories go back to a game against Baker a couple of years ago. That probably was a great teachable moment for that year's championship team.
Yeah, it was. At Summit High School, if you remember correctly.
Yes. Lost River. Guthrie drains the shot. 34-8. Klecker with the buzzer heave, and we're at the half. Cascade Christian, you can see there on your John L. Scott scoreboard, leading by a score of 34-8 against Lost River. Stay tuned for stats and updates brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. The Fall Activities Guide is out now with sports leagues, classes, and activities for all. Visit playmedford.com to learn more. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back here in 2 minutes on TableRockSports.net.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherm's, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherm's Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
$16 turnovers in the first half by them. That's what.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Did you know that the City of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Check out the Fall Program Guide for hundreds of offerings at playmedford.com. Well, it has been a successful evening of Challenger basketball. Both the JV teams for the girls and boys were winners in their contests. The Challenger girls, with a well-rounded effort, ended up defeating Lost River 77-22. And here in this game, it gets a little wild at times, and predictably so, with the Challengers well out in front of this ball game by a score of 34-8. Well, one of the things for sure that will help your team more than anything else, even if your things are a little bit messy offensively, is when your defense will help you create points. And the Challengers, if we had a points off the break category in the stat sheet somewhere, probably we would find that the Challengers in that regard have performed remarkably well, and obviously they've created a number of turnovers by Lost River in the first half to help parlay into this big 26-point lead that they have.
Well, yeah, I mean, after the first quarter, the Challengers they ended up scoring 21 points, in that second quarter, and they shot 9 for 16 after shooting 5 for 18 in the first quarter. So 9 for 16, much better, puts them at 14 for 34 for the half. That's 41%. Meanwhile, Lost River, we talked about it, 1 for 8 in that first quarter, 12%. They're 3 for 18 at half, just 17%. So the Challengers really picked up their shooting percentage in that second quarter, and you mentioned it, really due to turnovers and fast breaks, transition points, easy buckets that you get when you turn turnovers into points at the other end. Lost River with 16 turnovers in that first half. The Challengers with just 8. From the free throw line, Lost River 2 for 2. The Challengers 4 for 8, 50%. So there's some free throws that the Challengers left out there as well that they gotta take care of as they go forward. But a really nice, I thought, opening game first half for Cascade Christian. A good solid defense, holding Lost River to 4 points in each quarter. You can't ask for much more than that. We always talk about teams in high school want to score 15 points a quarter. They want to hold the other team to less than 10 a quarter, ideally, if you're looking at it from a coaching standpoint. And the Challengers successful in doing that, at least in the second quarter. They had 13 in the first quarter, so almost to the 15, and 21 in the second. So, and they definitely held Lost River to 4 points a quarter. So a nice job by the Challengers in the first half. Scoring first for Lost River. Connor Guthrie with a bucket. He's got 2. Charles Overcash with a bucket. Jed McDonald with a bucket. And Parker Stoughton, with 2 free throws for 2 points. Nobody with more than 2 for Lost River. For Cascade Christian, Hudson Gottsman has 1 bucket for 2 points. Brady Klecker has 10 points on the night, 1 3 and 3 twos. Andy Alvarez with 4 points. Gavin Hayes has a bucket for 2. Noah Darlin has 2 points. And Jake Holden leading the way for the Challengers with 13 in that first half, and looked like the best player on the court, to be honest. Really nice first half for Jake and for Brady, for that matter. Those 2 guys both looking very good for Cascade Christian in that first half.
Well, I tell you what, it's scary to think, and this guy is just a sophomore, but what am I saying? That seems like nearly the whole team is out of that sophomore class with very few exceptions. One of the things you have to like about it if you're a Challenger fan it's like you can say, you can see some things in Holden's game that tell you that he's put a lot of work in on his game.
Yes.
And is a very skilled basketball player. But what you have to like, similarly though, if you're a Challenger fan, is that it's obvious to see that you can get production from a number of different sources on the squad.
Yeah, and if they share the ball like they really can, and like we saw a little bit in that second quarter, I think they can really take advantage of the fact that pretty much there's probably 7 or 8 guys on this team that can score points on any given night and really make the Challenger team a hard team to defend.
Did you know that the city of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Check out the Fall Program Guide for hundreds of offerings at playmedford.com. We'll go ahead and take another break, and when we return, we'll get you ready for the start of the second half. The Challengers lead 34-8 against Lost River. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
The Medford Parks and Recreation Department invites you to the Rogue Credit Union Community Complex for open swim, drop-in sports, and sports leagues. And see the events taking place at roguexmedford.com. Join the fun at Rogue X. One of the fun things that has been talking about Rogue X is that the Challenger swim team is off to a good, strong start this season. Miles Anderson, Isaac Janbay ended up picking off 4 wins apiece at the Panther Icebreaker. Also, Emily Alvarez, Andy's younger sister, ended up with some wins in that particular event. And we got wrestling right around the corner as well. And here we are with basketball. And like I said, this Challenger team looks different. But on the other hand, in terms of producing the results, they've got it going the right direction based on what we see so far tonight. And you know, and you've talked about it, there's going to be some growth opportunities coming up at the end of this week against some of the best competition they'll see on the schedule this year.
Oh yeah, you look at these tournaments that they're playing in. They're not playing slouch teams. We talked about it already. They've got Blanchette, Catholic, Dayton, and Regis on the next 3 games on their schedule. So good teams that the Challengers will play in that tournament that's coming up here real shortly.
Well, it'll be iron sharpening iron. Now we're getting ready here for the third quarter of play. And it will be Raider basketball here to open the third quarter of play. Dunley with the inbound. Taking out a backcourt for Lost River is Drew McDonald. Shot from downtown by Medeiros, a little bit long, broken up, but there, Connor Guthrie with the basketball for Lost River. Drive, Medeiros being hounded defensively by Hutton Walker of the Challengers. And that will be his second personal foul of the ball game.
So the same starters for the Challengers out there, except you got Hut Walker in place of Noah Darlin here to start the third quarter.
Taking the inbound, it'll be McDonald working against Jake Holden. Cross-court pass, Medeiros with it, backing down against Hutton Walker. He'll go to the hole, and he scored.
It's his first bucket of the game.
Medeiros makes it 34-10, and there, a kick ball. And it'll be Challenger basketball inbounding just to the right of Coach Brian Morse. 707 career victories. High post, Holden with it, starts to make a move, and his shot won't go, but there's a foul on the play.
It's going to go on McDonald.
For McDonald, that will be
just his first.
His first of the game, and here's Holden at the free throw line with 13 points on the night.
And he's 3 for 4 so far from the stripe.
First attempt is good.
Make it 4 for 5.
Well, I see what you're saying about this player. Just a variety of moves, shots, talent. And he goes 2 for 2 at the stripe. Make it 36-10. Guthrie with the basketball for Lost River between the circles, working against Hudson Gottsman. Gottsman closes in for the defense, and they'll call Brady Klecker for the reach.
His second, I think.
Second personal foul. That'll be the second team foul for the Challengers in the quarter. Dunley with the inbound. Down in the corner, Medeiros, guarded by Walker. Turnaround jumper. Alvarez there on the rejection. Walker takes it out of backcourt. Spins, weaves his way through traffic, and Medeiros whistled for the foul.
Fouls on number 1, Colby Medeiros, his third.
That'll be his third of the ball game.
Cascade, Noah Darlin. And for the Raiders, Parker Staunton.
Got Noah Darlin checking into the basketball game. Looks like we've got Charles Overcash coming out. Walker starts a drive, kicks it out. Darlin shoots, Darlin scores. Noah Darlin hits the triple to make it 39-10. Dunley. Now they try to feed it low post, broken up by Alvarez. Good defense there by the Challengers. Walker out of backcourt. Speeds through traffic. Looking for Holden. Holden on the drive. Has it stripped away by the Raiders. Raiders on the move. Drew McDonald picks up his dribble. Guarded by Darland. Kellen Dunley pulls up. Shoots. Off the rim. There for the rebound is the shortest man on the floor, Hutton Walker. Holden with the basketball, feeds it low post for Alvarez. He's going to back them down. Baby hook won't stick. And there is McDonald with the rebound. 5:31 left to go in the third quarter of play. And firing from long range, shot off the back iron. There's Gottsman with it. Holden just looked like it's like you sometimes see football receivers do. He was looking ahead and forgot to catch the ball.
Yeah, he was getting ready to take that thing to the rack and didn't catch it first.
So Lost River will inbound against Cascade Christian pressure. Medeiros out of the backcourt. And an offensive foul called against Medeiros. And I tell you what, one of the things to see out there, football, I guess you expect to see it because it's expected, but Hutton's a feisty guy.
Well, and pretty soon what happens is you push off with that off arm, and that's exactly what Medeiros got his 4th foul for.
Inbound to Hayes, who's checked into the ball game. Klecker. Gottsman, his shot off to the left, no good.
Gottsman struggling from the three-point line tonight.
And a steal by the Challengers, quickly up the floor. Gottsman lays it up and in. Gottsman with 4 in the game. Guthrie looked at a step-back opportunity. Instead feeds to Dunley, broken up by Klecker and the Challengers. And there's Gottsman with the basketball. Huddy out of backcourt. And we'll have a blocking foul against the Raiders. That'll go against Guthrie. Challengers will inbound. Next to the scorer's table. Darland in there with Gottsman. Hayes. Klecker. And over in the corner, Hutton Walker. They'll dump it inside. Hayes, a little reverse move. He can't get it to go. Rebound Raiders. And Dunley have a little collision between one of the officials and Guthrie. Ball loose on the floor. Dunley shoots a shot way short. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be, I believe it'll be Raider basketball.
Yeah, it is. And a timeout, full timeout for Cascade.
Cascade Christian going to call a timeout. Fans Road Credit Union is proud to partner with the Medford School District each year to bring you the touchdown, 3-point, field goal, and strikeout clubs, which raise money for schools. And we also thank you to Steve Vincent and Avista Utilities in Southern Oregon for over 15 years of sponsorship to support our live streaming coverage. So here in the third quarter, Cascade Christian continuing to step on the gas, outscoring the Raiders 7-2.
Yeah,
thus
7-2
far
in the
frame.
quarter. Sort of a low-scoring quarter for both teams, though, in this one, and neither team shooting that great of a percentage in the quarter, similar to the first quarter.
Right. You can tell that's going to be one of those areas that's still going to need a little bit of refinement.
Yeah, a little bit of tuning.
Yes.
Not that the Challengers have really been, or either team has really been taking that terrible of shots. That just not going in.
And it looks like we have a Merrick Satowski sighting.
Yes, we do.
Now you see the challenge for me with him being new to the team is how to say that quickly 3 times without stumbling
I don't
over
think
it.
you can do it. I don't think anybody can do it.
Lost River on the inbound. Challengers break it up defensively. 4:13 left to go in the third quarter of play. Satowski, a 6'2 sophomore wing, wearing number 25. There's a shot from the corner. Knocking it down is Staunton. He makes the long 2 from the baseline over on the far side. 41-12. Hutton Walker on the drive. Goes hard to the hole. Has it rejected. It'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Lost River. Substitutions in the ball game. Andy Alvarez checking back in.
Jake Holden back in.
Challengers on the inbound. Klecker, Holden, Hayes. Now up for Klecker. Klecker fires from 3. His shot short. Offensive rebound. Alvarez dumps it down for Hayes. Can't convert, but there on the putback is Brady Klecker. Klecker with 13 in the ball game. Lost River on the move. Kokel with the ball. Kicks it out. Keegan Dunley in the ball game to his brother. Here on the move. Now for Kellen Dunley. Back out top, Drew McDonald, and he gets it to go. Three's been hard to come by for them, but they get it there. Gavin Hayes misses the shot. Holden there for the putback. Holden leading all scorers with 17 in the game. 2:57 left to go in the third. Drew McDonald with the basketball, hounded by Hayes. And Hayes with the near steal there.
Out of bounds, Cascade ball.
And it'll be out of bounds, Cascade ball. Huddy Gottsman getting ready to check back in.
Hudson Gottsman in for Cascade, and for the Raiders, Jack McDonald.
And Gottsman will come in, Hayes will come out. So the challenger lineup for you, it'll be Klecker and Gottsman, along with Holden, Alvarez, and Satowski. Klecker, Holden, ball tipped away, and the challengers turn it over. 2:32 left to go in the third. Wyatt Scott checking in for the challengers, wearing number 4. He's there with the backcourt defense. Gottsman picking up Kokel. Bounce pass out. Staunton to Keegan Dunley. Pass over in the corner. Medeiros lets it fly. Shot short. But there is Staunton
to clean it up.
43-17. Scott fires from downtown. Overshoots the runway. Alvarez kicks it to Gottsman. To Klecker. His shot off target. There for the rebound is Jed McDonald. Kokel with the ball. Kicks it up high. Keegan Dunley. Cross-court pass. Staunton. And it is taken away by the challengers. Holden. Out of Wyatt Scott. Wyatt goes to the hoop. He lays it up and in. (47-17) your score. Kokel. They're on the drive. It's taken away by the challengers. Brady Klecker out of backcourt. He'll lay it up with the left hand. 2.
And here come those transition opportunities that the challengers have been taking care of, or really taking advantage of throughout the basketball game.
Kokel working against Holden. Bounce pass to Medeiros. They'll swing it. Shot by McDonald.
Jed McDonald for 3.
And he cans the three-pointer to make it 49-20. Quickly up the floor. Andy Alvarez. Swing it around. They'll dump it in. Andy going to make a move to the hoop. Finger roll for 2.
Nice move by Alvarez, getting to the rim, finishing.
Quickly going the other way, Staunton and the Raiders.
Shift change.
Klecker limping just a little bit as he comes out. Satowski returns. So we got Noah Darland in there along with Hutton Walker, Andy Alvarez, Wyatt Scott, and Merrick Satowski. Bounce pass, Keegan Dunley. He'll pick up his dribble, looking for help. Cross court pass, and there it is rejected by Satowski, but he'll be whistled for the foul. He'll go to the line with 22.2 left to go in the third quarter of play. Challengers leading 51-20. At the free throw line will be Connor Guthrie, part of that Lost River backfield of their state championship team. He makes the first free throw attempt as Gavin Hayes returns. (51-21). Second attempt off to the right. Last touch by the challengers. And it will be Connor Guthrie on the inbound for the Raiders with 21 seconds left to go in the third. Shot from downtown. Medeiros misses the attempt. Scott climbs the golden ladder for the rebound. Scott up the floor, loses the handle on it. Kellen Dunley drives to the hoop. His shot no good. He's fouled. Kellen Dunley, one of those Raiders seniors.
Yeah, they start 5 of them.
Yeah, they got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Not necessarily a senior-laden team, but the ones they've got play important roles on the team. Satowski going to come out. 6.4 seconds left to go in the quarter. Kellen Dunley. Shot just a little bit long. Hayes saves it to Alvarez. Alvarez going to shoot from downtown, and a shot short. That will end the third quarter of play. Your John O. Scott scoreboard shows the Challengers 51 and the Raiders 21. We'll be back for the fourth quarter of play right after these messages.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Getting ready for the fourth quarter of play. Challengers cruising along in this one. Their opening night of the 2025-26 season. It has been a fun team to watch. Holden in the high post. Looking for help. Gets it from Alvarez. Alvarez drives, dumps it inside. Pass broken up there by Parker Staunton. Guthrie with the ball. Staunton. Medeiros pulls up and shoots from 15, nothing but net.
Yeah, Medeiros kind of have a rough shooting night so far, but he knocks that one down.
Hutton Walker with the basketball, going to go hard to the hoop, can't get the shot to go. Walker going with a full head of steam.
Yeah, coach said something to him, not sure exactly what, but he got a little smile out of him.
Hutton with the basketball. Yeah, and he converts on the first free throw attempt. And one of those Challenger football players, starting defensive back, saw a lot of him at wide receiver on the state championship football team. Second free throw attempt, that one's good. Well, I'll tell you what, he's got good form on a shot.
Yes, he does.
53-23. Meanwhile, they get behind the Challenger defense.
Yeah, coach is not going to be happy about that. No. Alvarez should have got back and got the person closest to the rim and didn't get back there in time and ends up committing the foul.
So they'll send Kellen Dunley to the free throw line, and for Alvarez, that will be his fourth personal of the contest. Dunley misses on the first free throw attempt. Gottsman's going to go over to the Challenger bench and see a couple of guys over there you might know, Mark. Talking over there with Ryan McLemore. Also see Joel. Do I see Joel over there?
Yep, Joel's over there too. And so is Cody Reese. You mentioned him earlier.
Hudson Gottsman misses on the three. Meanwhile, quickly going the other way, Dunley smokes the layup. Alvarez out of the backcourt. Hayes with it. Passes over to Holden. He can't quite catch up to it. And it goes out of bounds. And again, seeing some mistakes here tonight that will
get
be cleaned up as the season progresses.
And I think Coach is calling a timeout because he doesn't like the mess that he's seen over the last little bit here.
So a timeout called. We will go ahead and take one as well. And we'll be back here on TableRockSports.net.
1983, Wilson Equipment is a proud supporter of Challenger Athletics.
Steal by the Challengers, going hard on the hole, throwing it down, Jake Holden. 55-23.
Jake with 19 so far tonight.
Meanwhile, pesky defense by the Challengers. Official intervening there real quickly. That's going to go against Hutton Walker. That'll be his third personal foul.
Man, there's a little scrum afterwards, too, that I didn't like to see.
Medeiros with it, short on the shot. Walker feeds it in. Quickly down the floor to Holden. 2. Quickly out of backcourt. Lost River. Guthrie with the basketball. Being hounded by Satowski. And they're going to call foul against Merrick, I believe.
Looks like it.
5:10 left to go in the contest. Checking in for the Raiders, making his first appearance of the night, is junior Wyatt Simmons. He's wearing number 12. And also into the ball game, there's a number 20 that I do not have on my OSAA roster.
The JV kid, because I saw him, he played a lot in the JV game.
Meanwhile, shot by Staunton, misses. There with the rebound is Wyatt Scott. And it'll be Cascade basketball.
Number 20 is Jacob Alvarado for Lost River.
Holden checking out of the ball game. Got Noah Darlin back in. Alvarez will come out for a breather. And Hayes returns. 4:11 left to go in the ball game.
Timeout, Cascade.
Cascade Christian calling a timeout.
Full timeout.
We will take one as well, and then we'll be back in 60 seconds here on TableRockSports.net.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Bedford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia.
But a nice problem to have.
Yes.
Back here at the Cascade Christian Pavilion, 4:06 left to go in the ball game. Challengers with the basketball. Darland on the inbound to Hutton Walker. Darlin. Now bounce pass intended for Hayes. Broke up by Lost River. Dunley tries to fire it up the floor, but it broken up. There's by the challengers is Hutton Walker. Walker's going to walk it out of backcourt with 3:43 left to go. Walker tries to feed it inside and ends up ricocheting off of a Lost River player. So Alvarado will take it out of backcourt, but there is Hutton Walker. Walker lays it up and in. Walker with 4 in the ball game. It's 59-23. Foul called against Cascade Christian.
Wyatt
Scott. That's his 4th. Meanwhile, quick feed to Staunton. Good teamwork there. Gives them a bucket. 59-25. 3 minutes to go. Walker strolling out of backcourt. Scott, Satowski, bounce pass. Looking to get an entry pass into Hayes. And that is broken up. Out of bounds it'll go.
Keegan Dunley for the Raiders.
Keegan Dunley checking in. Alvarado will come out. Taking the inbound will be Hutton Walker with 18 left to go on the shot. Walker with the basketball. Satowski around the horn to Scott. Scott going to drive to the hoop. The lefty runner, no good. And there with the rebound is Wyatt Scott. And I think they're going to end up foul against the challengers, and that should do it for Wyatt Scott.
That will be his 5th.
So Coach Morris will go to his bench, and Andy Alvarez will come into the ball game. And to the free throw line will be Keegan Dunley. So Alvarez in the lineup, along with Darland, Satowski, Hayes, and Walker. 1:47 left to go. First free throw attempt off target. It remains a 59-25 ball game. Comes the second attempt. That one off the back iron. And meanwhile, a battle for the rebound.
And it stays Lost River ball on the jump ball.
On the tie-up. 1:34 left to go. Clock continues to run. Alvarado has it. Tries to keep the handle on it. Being defended by Darland. The runner is good. Alvarado makes it 59-27. Walker will bring it out of backcourt. Hutton kicks it out. Noah Darland. Now back to Alvarez. Alvarez looking for Walker. Screened there by Hayes. Now moving to the hoop, Alvarez, and getting a hand on it, but there is Gavin Hayes. He can't get it to go. Ball loose on the floor. Pass quickly comes out to Simmons, and there's a steal by the challengers. 44 seconds left to go in the contest. Challengers lead 59-27. Down on the corner, Satowski up high for Walker. Walker working against Alvarez. Now feeds for Darland. Darland drives to the hole. Can't make the shot. And that's another one of those shots that down the road he'll make.
Yep.
Staunton's going to fire the lefty jumper. His shot no good. Weak side rebound by Hutton Walker. Hutton with the basketball, and he's just going to let the clock run out, and the challengers open the new season with the victory. The Cascade Christian Challengers defeat the Lost River Raiders 59-27. Stick around. We invite you to stay tuned for our Know Your Role post-game show. Visit travelmedford.org/knowyourrole to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better and to learn about Sport Ground, where the West Coast comes to play. We'll recap scoring and look at key stats, all that coming up on the Know Your Role postgame show, and that'll be coming up here in 2 minutes on TableRockSports.net.
The Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Yeah, coach is not going to like that. 17 turnovers.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherm's, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherm's, Food for Less, and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back to the Cascade Christian Pavilion, where the Challenger boys open up the new campaign with a victory. As they, just the same way they left off from the 2024-25 campaign. Challengers take home the victory, 59-27. Challengers took command right out of the gate, and the defense doing its job to help set up the offense on a night where you naturally expect that the offense and maybe some of the shooting's not going to be as smooth as we expect it to be down the road, but the Challengers, and of course a lot of defense is simply effort and buying into what the coaches tell you, and no doubt that the brain trust for the Challengers has to be happy with the defensive effort. Very few mistakes in this contest, and the Challengers pretty much took this game from wire to wire and ended up completing a sweep for the day where both the JV and varsity girls won their game, and the JV and varsity boys ended up taking home the victory. And it looks like, Mark, you've got the stats complete.
I do. And, it's not surprising that the Challengers on the night, not fantastic shooting, but 24 for 59, that's 41%. You'll take that. A lot of transition opportunities that turned into easy baskets to help that percentage for sure. They were 8 for 12 were the Challengers from the free throw line. That's 67%. For Lost River, from the field, 11 for 40, just 28%, testament to that defense you're talking about. And 3 for 10 from the free throw line, this 30%, so terrible from the free throw line as well. And the turnovers were just horrendous for both teams, really. Lost River with 24, the Challengers with 17. So both teams turning the ball over, both teams struggling shooting, as you would kind of expect for a first game of the season.
Right.
And that's kind of what we saw tonight. Scoring first for Lost River. Medeiros had 4. Drew McDonald had 3. Connor Guthrie with 3. Charles Overcash with 2. Jed McDonald with 5. Parker Staunton with 8. And Jacob Alvarez with a bucket late off the bench. And for the challengers tonight, Hutton Walker had 4. Hudson Gottsman with 4. Brady Klecker had 14. Wyatt Scott with 2. Andy Alvarez with 6. Gavin Hayes with a bucket for 2. Noah Darland had 5. And leading the way for the challengers, Jake Holden with 21 points tonight for the challengers. And a lot of rebounds and a nice defensive effort as well tonight from him. And you can see that for a sophomore, the kid can play.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, you can say that about a lot of players. Definitely, he seems to be tonight off to the hot start here. But I think if you're a Challenger fan, you got to be feeling good about the season that's in store for the Challengers. December, well, that'll be an sharpening iron process as they end up going against some pretty tough tournament competition coming up over the next couple of weeks. And well, the cool part is here just before Christmas, Mark, we'll get a chance to see the Challengers in action on this floor.
Yeah, and they start. They have their next 3 games on the road at Blanchette Catholic. Well, they're actually going to the tournament at Dayton, where they're going to play Blanchette Catholic, Dayton, and Regis in 3 games up there in Dayton. So, and Coach always likes to put 3 games together, go to these tournaments, because it's very similar to what happens at the state tournament, where you play 3 games. Hopefully you win 3 games to win a state title. So the tournaments that are coming up, first is that Dayton tournament where they play those 3 teams I mentioned. Second, the 18th through the 20th here at Cascade Christian for the Christmas Classic, where they start off with sisters, and then it's a bracket, so it depends on who wins the games going forward if they continue to play in the winner's bracket or the loser's bracket, so they'll have to see how they do there. And then finally, they go to a tournament at Sisters right after the beginning of the year. It's the first, second, and third up at Sisters, where they're going to play Henley, which is always a tough team.
Yes.
Madras and Junction City up there at the Sisters tournament. And so it's going to be a tough three tournament sort of thing going on here from now until the 3rd of January. So over the holidays, the Challenger's going to be in action in those 3 tournaments.
Well, I can't wait. It's going to be fun to just watch this season unfold and watch these players play. Well, that'll wrap up things for tonight's broadcast. We'd like to thank Cascade Christian Athletic Director Nate Maben for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. And thank you to our officials for tonight's contest. Visit TableRockSports.net to see when our next live high school sports events are scheduled. I know there's going to be a lot of them. We'll have the Challengers next in action. I believe the girls will play first on the day of the Christmas Classic. We'll be there for that, and of course for the boys game as well. Well, that'll wrap things up where the final score is Cascade Christian 59, Lost River 27. This has been a presentation of TableRockSports.net. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. With Mark McLemore and camera operator Colton Treadway, I'm Jim McCoy saying thanks for watching. A good night from the Cascade Christian Pavilion in Medford, Oregon.